What if the man you saved from death was the one who could destroy your soul? One bite of jambalaya, one act of mercy, and your world, it shatters into a million bloody pieces. Darius Williams didn't know, but tonight, he will. This is the story of Darius Williams, a chef with a heart of gold and a recipe for revenge. One rainy night changed everything, but to understand the storm, we start at the beginning, where desperation met destiny. Nana's legacy. In a steamy kitchen in Atlanta's heart, little Darius, just 8 years old, stands on a stool, his tiny hands trembling as they grip a wooden spoon. Grandma Ruby, her silver hair tied back with a faded scarf, her apron stained with 1,000 meals, leans over him. Her voice is warm as fresh cornbread, rough as the calluses on her palms. Food is love made visible, baby. You cook with your heart first, then your hands. She guides him through the holy trinity: onions, celery, bell peppers, chopping slow, teaching him that every slice is a story. Ruby Williams, survivor of the Great Migration, widow at 40, single mother who turned a shotgun shack into a soul food empire. Her kitchen fed the neighborhood, fed dreams, fed the hungry souls who wandered in with empty pockets and fuller hearts. Darius watches her eyes light up as she stirs the roux, low and slow, until it's the color of dark chocolate, nutty and deep. That's the soul of it, boy. Don't rush the burn. Let it build like a storm. Years blur. Ruby's gone now, taken by the cancer that crept in like a thief, leaving Darius her knives, her recipes, and a fire in his belly that won't quit. At 28, broad-shouldered, with skin like polished mahogany and eyes that carry the weight of unspoken grief, Darius runs Nana's kitchen on wheels, faded red letters on a battered truck that's seen better days. Parked every morning at 5:30 a.m. in Grant Park, next to the cracked curb he's claimed for 3 years. He touches her photo on the side panel, her smile frozen in time. "Morning, Nana. Help me make it through today." His phone buzzes. Zoe, his little sister. "Tuition due Monday. Do you have it?" He stares, thumb hovering. "Monday's 4 days away. $63 in the bank. Working on it, sis. Don't worry." But worry is his shadow, clinging like grease on a skillet. The eviction notice crinkles in his pocket. December 15th, 3 days out. Landlord's ghosted him. He unlocks the truck, pulls out Ruby's knife roll, blades gleaming like old friends. His heart feels broken today, but his hands move on autopilot. Dicing onions, the sting brings tears, not just from the fumes. Mama called at 6. "Baby, insurance won't cover the full meds this month. Another $150. He closes his eyes, sees her at 62, double shifts at the nursing home, feet swollen, back aching. "I'll figure it out, Mama. Don't worry." She hesitates. "Maybe something stable, honey. Restaurant job, benefits." He's tried 6 interviews, 4 months. "Your food's interesting, but we need refined." Code for, "You're black, self-taught, from the wrong side of the tracks." "I'm good, Mama," picking up. Lies taste bitter. 7 a.m., first customer, Maria from the laundromat. Usual extra hot sauce. "Husband's driving me crazy." He smiles, plates her jambalaya with care, radish rose, sauce spiral, parsley from his coffee, can garden. Presentation matters even for $5. Ruby's voice. Dignity ain't about who's watching. The morning crawls. Tony, extra rice, no onions. Mrs. Lane for her crew. College kids with crumpled bills. By noon, 18 plates. $90. 30 after costs, not enough. Phone buzzes, bank. Truck loan failed. Hands shake. This truck is everything. Without it, nothing. Lunch rush, a myth. 23 total. He replays the Marcel's interview. Chef nodded at his knife work, tasted the étouffée. "Self-taught, sir. Grandmother. We need formal training. Modern techniques." As if Ruby's 100-year recipes needed fixing. As if love wasn't enough. 4 p.m., sun slants gold. 26 customers. Decent for him, disaster for business. Register, 130 minus costs, 45 profit. Zoe's tuition, 2,400. Eviction, 800. Mama's pills, 150. 63 plus 45. Math screams failure, but he preps for tomorrow. Ruby didn't raise quitters. Evening falls like a curtain. 5:47 p.m., December 12th. Sky cracks open, Ice rain hammers Atlanta. Last customer, Mrs. Lane, clutches her container. See you tomorrow, honey. Yes, ma'am. Lightning splits the dark. Thunder 3 seconds later storms here. Closing ritual, wipe down, count again. 142 sales, 51 profit. Rain sheets off the awning, a watery veil. Then movement. Behind Murphy's diner by the dumpster. A figure hunched under cardboard. Lightning flashes, an older man, 60 maybe, white hair plastered, clothes soaked, shivering like a leaf in the wind. 38 degrees, hypothermia bites. Cardboard mush now. He gathers newspapers, soggy ruins, hands shake but steady, clean nails. Leather bag clutched tight, plastic wrapped treasure. Wind howls. Cough racks him deep, wet, deadly. Darius eyes his last bowl, jambalaya his dinner. Stomach growls, 24 hours empty. Toast yesterday. Phone, Zoe's text. Dean's list. Pride swells, panic chokes. Can't let her drop out. The man collapses against brick, lips blue. This is how they die. Ruby's stories flood. Depression days, neighbors sharing scraps. Be someone's miracle, baby, even when you need one. Hands move. Bowl, last cornbread, hot coffee thermos, good stuff. Emergency blanket, red wool from mama. Practical voice, idiot, you need this. Ruby's louder, hungry's temporary. Character, forever. Rain soaks him instant, ice down neck. Man looks up, blue eyes sharp. No trouble, son. Just hungry. Kneels in mud, offers bowl. Steam rises, man's face cracks, tears mix rain. Notices, looks at food like he knows it, intimate. Sir, I'm Darius. Name. James. Smells incredible. Eat, still hot. First bite slow, deliberate, eyes close, breath shifts, like savoring vintage wine, the roux, how long? 40 minutes. Low and slow, grandma's way, dark chocolate, perfect, can't rush. How you know Ruby? James snaps, no, just good cooking. Flicker slipped. Shivers return, can't stay out, you'll freeze. Helps him up, satchel clutched. Inside truck, James scans, tight ship. Professional eye. Towels, coffee, hands soft, no labor scars. Ink stains under nails. What you do, James? Before, worked food, long ago, cooking, something evasive. Coffee's good. Expensive beans do it right. Quality and details. Silence as storm rages. Studies plate, garnish roses, plate like critics. Ruby, every meal's special. $5 or $50, beauty deserved. Wise woman, everything. No school, couldn't afford, tried restaurants. Degrees over talent. James' face hardens. Criminal, waste. Intensity personal, seen too much. Judged by pedigree, not taste. Know the business. Around it. Storm eases. Should go take blanket, can't need it. Apartment heat. You don't. Accepts like gold. Keep container, return anytime. Why help? Don't know me. Needed it yourself. Ruby, we're walking each other home. Some days give. Today I gave. James stares, pulls card, water smeared. James Morrison, food consultant. If need anything. Thanks. Jambalaya, best in 20 years. James leaves. Darius watches, tucks card. Feels different, Ruby whispering, angels as strangers. Drives home, truck coughing. Stomach screams, gave away dinner. Apartment, bills avalanche. Fridge, expired milk, pickles, cabinets empty. Sits amid chaos, rent red stamped, bank texts, Zoe's joy. Idiot, can't feed family. Ruby, character when nothing left, that's when it counts. Character, don't pay rent. Mama calls, sound tired, eating. Big dinner, lie slips. Sleep evades. Hunger gnaws, dreams twist. Ruby stirring pots, James, eyes gleaming too bright. Wakes to buzz, unknown number. Morrison, Darius Williams. That jambalaya, life-changing, meat. Lunch downtown, curiosity pulls, Marcel's. Know my spot, noon. Downtown Atlanta gleams, skyscrapers stab clouds. Darius parks blocks away, truck too shabby. Walks, nerves jangling. Spot, understated bistro, velvet ropes. James waits, immaculate suit, no trace hobo. Those eyes, predator now. Darius sits. Orders wine, rare steak. Ewan talks probes. Truck struggles. Nose details sales costs. How? Tasted potential. Card, consultant. More. Critic, empire breaker. One word from me, stars or graves. Darius laughs nervous. Grateful, but James leans. That night test. Homeless act undercover. Spot talent street misses. You passed. Hard in food, but eyes darken. Industry's cruel. Pedigree rules. I lost son chef prodigy. Ruined by rivals' lies. Exposed flaws, real or forged. He hanged himself. My fault or theirs. Voice cracks. First vulnerability. Vowed find pure talent. Elevate or destroy fakes. Darius shifts. I'm real. Prove. James slides contract. Invest. Truck upgrade. Pop up my guidance. Sign. Whispers or walk. World forgets. Temptation bites. Zoe's tuition. Mama's pills. Signs. James smiles. Wolfish. Good boy. Montage blurs. Truck shines. New Nana's kitchen too. Pop-ups explode. Lines snake blocks. Reviews rave. Soul reborn. James, shadow everywhere, tweaks recipes. Too much cream, authenticity. My vision now, sales soar thousands, pays debts. Zoe graduates, Mama retires. But cracks, James demands changes. Ruby's rue too rustic. Modernize, add foams, reductions, heart fades. Customers notice, lost soul. Late nights, James visits, drunk maudlin. My son, your food would have saved him. Tastes like him, push harder. Darius resists. This my Nana's. James snarls. Mine now or lose all. Whispers threats. Bad review. IRS audit. Pull strings easy. Paranoia creeps. Phone taps. Shadow's tail. Climax builds. Big event gala elite crowd. James toasts. Darius prodigy. But pre-dinner confront. Why poison it? James laughs bitter. Test true. Like I tested you. Feed them your pure jambalaya, watch, they devour ecstasy, then. James spikes bowl. Toxin slow mimics food poisoning. Crowd writhes, vomit agony, blame falls, Darius kitchen, poisoned elite. Sirens wail. Cops cuff him, health inspector seals truck. News screams, killer chef, Zoe disowns, Mama weeps. Jail cell, James visits, smirking through glass. You fed me life, I fed you truth. Industry eats weak. Son learned hard, I taught you mercy's blade. Card slips under door. New talent rising. My next. Darius breaks, screams Ruby's name, but silence. Outside, rain pounds. Storm returns. What if mercy's the hook? That guts you. One bite, one lie, and the devourer wins. You enjoyed this story. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Crowdy Tailies for more riveting tailies that will leave you on the edge of your seat. The final twist. In the dark, behind cold steel bars, Darius stares into the void. The world has shifted. Everything he built, his Nana's legacy, his soul, is gone, consumed by one man's hunger for power and revenge. But something stirs within him. A plan. A way to flip the tables, to rewrite his fate. The storm outside rages, but within Darius, a quiet calm begins to form. He remembers Ruby's words, character, forever. Even when all is lost, even when the world crushes you, who you are cannot be stolen, not if you refuse to let it go. Darius sits alone in his small, dimly lit cell. His heart beats steadily in his chest, the walls closing in with every passing hour. He could let the anger consume him, but that would only play into James' hands. No, Darius needs to think, needs to plot. This is not the end. It's just the beginning. Darius stares at the card James gave him. The same card that now feels like a burning brand in his pocket. James Morrison, food consultant. But no, this isn't the end. He doesn't need James. He never did. What James underestimated was the fire inside him. The same fire Ruby lit so many years ago. That fire can't be bought. It can't be corrupted. It only burns brighter when fed with pain. Darius doesn't know how, but he knows where it starts. The first step is simple. Get out. Get the hell out of this prison. He's a man of action, not words. And this storm inside him won't stop until he breaks free. Days pass. The jail cell feels colder now, empty, except for the voice in his head. Ruby, her wisdom always guiding him. What you feed grows, what you starve dies. He's been alone in this cage for what feels like eternity. But the pressure, the isolation, the weight of the world pushing against him, these are all just part of the process. This is the storm before the calm before the fury. He doesn't just want to escape. He wants to rebuild. He wants to take what's been broken and make it whole again. He won't just survive, he'll thrive. And the world that tried to tear him apart will know his name. He will make sure of it. The sound of a key turning in the lock is the first real noise he's heard in days. The door opens slowly, a guard standing at the entrance looking down at him. Darius doesn't move, doesn't even acknowledge him. Not yet. He's still plotting, still preparing. The man says something to him, but Darius doesn't catch it. All he hears is the beat of his heart. The plan begins. 1 month later, the sound of a key turning in a lock, the click of freedom. The time has come. The door opens, and Darius steps out into the world again, blinking in the harsh sunlight. He breathes deeply, feeling the air fill his lungs. It's real. It's happening. There's no looking back. The prison is a thing of the past now. His body is free, but his mind is focused on one thing only: revenge. Not for the sake of vengeance, but for redemption. He's going to take back everything he lost, and this time, he'll do it on his terms. Darius emerges. He walks down the steps of the prison, the sunlight dappling through the trees. His steps are steady. His posture is stronger than before. He's not the same man who entered these gates. He's different now. Hardened, sharper, ready for what's to come. He's learned that revenge isn't about what you take. It's about what you build. And he's building something bigger than James, something bigger than the world that tried to break him. His Nana's kitchen will rise again. Nana's kitchen too, not just a food truck but a full-fledged empire. Darius can feel it in his bones. He can feel it in the air. Nana's kitchen, reborn. Darius returns to the streets of Atlanta, but this time he's not just a guy with a food truck. He's a brand, he's a movement, and it's unstoppable. Nana's kitchen too is born, not just a food truck but a legacy. No more compromises, no more modern foams, no more losing himself. This is authentic soul food, the way Ruby intended it. His Nana's roux, his Nana's spirit. He finds an old building. It's small, rundown, but it has potential. This will be his new home. The smell of fresh paint fills the air, the walls taking shape around him. This is his future. The truck rolls into downtown. Crowds gather. Word spreads. Darius is back. The best damn jambalaya in town. His Nana's secret recipe. But James is watching. From the shadows. He hasn't given up, hasn't let go of his obsession. And Darius knows it. He expects a fight. He expects the dark underworld of the food industry to turn its ugly head once again. But this time, Darius is ready. He's playing the game on his terms. He doesn't need James. He doesn't need the world's approval. All he needs is his food, his Nana's legacy, and the hunger in his belly. The big night arrives, a grand opening event. Darius stands behind the counter, a line forming at his truck. The smell of his Nana's recipe fills the air. He looks out at the crowd, the anticipation hanging thick in the air. He feels it, the pressure, the weight of his past decisions. But this time, it's different. He's not fighting for survival. He's fighting for something more. His soul, his family, the legacy of a woman who taught him how to survive. The showdown. James arrives, a familiar figure in a tailored suit. He watches from the back of the crowd, his eyes narrowing as he sees the crowds pouring in, hungry for Darius' food, hungry for his spirit. But this time, there's no confrontation. There's no dramatic reveal. James knows the game has changed, and so does Darius. The crowd is captivated by the aroma, by the taste of something real, something honest. James approaches the truck. There's no fanfare this time, no confrontation, just a look, a challenge. James pulls out a card, slides it across the counter. "We're not done yet, Darius." The words feel empty. Darius doesn't even flinch. He knows now what he didn't understand before. He doesn't need James. He never did. He's built this on his own. This legacy, Nana's kitchen, is his. And nothing, no one will take it from him. As James walks away, Darius looks around the crowd. They're smiling, they're eating, they're living. And for the first time in years, Darius feels something he hasn't felt in a long time: peace. The storm has passed, the cycle has ended. Thank you for following Darius, Journey to Redemption and Revenge. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Crowdy Tales for more stories of resilience, passion, and the fight for what truly matters. Stay tuned for the next chapter.